Hi guys, it's reaction time. We got Lynch Mob and Time After Time. They're a big deal, Lynch Mob. Obviously, wicked sensation, man. And the self-titled album were massive for me. I love both of those albums. I played them to death. Brilliant albums. I thought the other ones they brought out more recently were okay. I quite liked Smoke and Mirrors. I thought it was all right. Rebel and Brotherhood, they were okay, but, you know, I don't know. Capturing the magic of those first two albums is never going to be easy, is it? They got a new singer on board, Gabriel Colon. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his name. Of course, George Lynch on the guitar, Yaron Gulino on the bass, and Jimmy Dander on the drums. So obviously a new singer. I mean, this is a big deal. This is a big deal because there's been some great singers for Lynch Mob in the past, obviously. So can't wait to hear this guy. I've heard some good things about him, especially in the live situation. They've been on doing some concerts and that, and I've heard some really good things about him as well. So this is Lynch Mob. This is Time After Time. Here we go. It's all right. It's all right. I'm not, I don't know. It's sort of the way it's making me feel a little bit on the fence a little bit. So, I mean, it does sound like Lynch Mob, obviously. You know, it sounds like they've not gone and made a rap album. You know what I mean? Like George did way back when. What I do find, and what I've been finding a lot lately, and people are going to hate this, but George's playing, he doesn't sound inspired anymore to me. He really doesn't. His guitar playing, his guitar melodies, they feel a bit he sounds like he's a bit bored, to tell you the truth, and no different here. He almost, I don't know, he needs some inspiration from somewhere. And does he need it? I don't know. This time of life, do you know what I mean? What are you going to come out with now? I do miss his tightness of his, even though he's got this sort of thing in him, isn't he? That sounds like he's always like, he's about to do something that is surprising and he'll take a tangent. He has got that in him. But in this, and it's the same with, it's a very similar sort of riff to this in the new Sweet and Lynch album. You could pick one of those, you could literally pick one of those Sweet and Lynch songs off of that album, and it's almost sounds the same. It sounds a bit dull. The songwriting ain't great. It's a bit boring, to tell you the truth. I mean, singer's doing an okay job. I think he's all right. I mean, I don't think to compete with some of the past singers is just a bit unfair, I think. But he's got nothing wrong with his vocals, and I think he's got that sort of sleaze sort of feel to him, like, you know, like Lynch Mob have that feel, that rock and roll, sleazy sort of feel. I think his voice fits quite well into the band. I ain't got a problem with the vocals whatsoever. But I think as far as the song's concerned, it's nothing to write home about. I don't feel like I'm excited to hear, you know, the next Lynch Mob album. This doesn't give me no excitement to hear the Lynch Mob album, for sure. And that's all about the songwriting, guys. It really is. I mean, remember when you first heard that Wicked Sensation fucking riff come in? It's just so like different at that time, especially. And it might be that. It might be almost like a time thing. You know, when that came out, I think it shocked everyone because they heard Dockham, I think, was so like different than Lynch Mob. And I think it was like almost a shock to the senses at some point. But there's a lot of bands that have this now that have gone through this sort of bluesy sort of rock and roll feel, but they do it better. They just do it better, you know. And also I was a bit disappointed. I know it's nothing to do with the song. The whole Lynch Mob changing their name and then changing it back again. I didn't have a problem with the Lynch Mob name, you know, but George Lynch did. And then to change it back again, it's made him look a little bit of a twat, to tell you the truth. And I don't know. He sounds great when he jumps on stage with Dokken. I've said this before, when he jumps on stage with him and just bangs out like Kiss of Death or something, you know. But I don't know, he sounds like his heart's not in it. I find it hard to get excited listening to this. There's nothing really maybe think, wow, Lynch Mob are back, yeah. And that's sad for me because, like I said, those first two albums, man, they really hit hard, and I love them both. And they're you know, I think they're side by side are perfect examples of great melodic hard rock. This not so much. And I feel sorry for the singer actually, that it's almost like, you know, having a great actor, but you got a bad script. You know, you haven't got a lot of chance. So you know, like I say, he's doing a good job, you know, but is it a great song? Not in my opinion. Sorry, Lynch Mob fans. Sorry, George Lynch fans mainly, because I think that's where the problem lies, in my opinion. But there you go. There you go. Just my opinion, by the way. Here we go for the rest. Looking forward to a George Lynch solo. Hopefully it's good. Here we go for the rest, guys. Didn't like the solo, to tell you the truth. It just felt like he's... I don't know about you guys. I'm really sorry, like I said, about George Lynch fans, but it almost sounds like he's doodling. He's just making it up on the spot. That's how it sounds like to me. It just sounds like there's no effort in the melody of the solos anymore. Yeah, I know Dio. That's my dog, by the way, making that noise. But, you know, there's going to be fans out there because it's Lynch Mob. They'll be like, yeah, no, that's great. That is absolutely fantastic. I really wish I felt the same. Because I remember what I said. I'm not a person that lives in the past only. I love, you know, some of the bands from the 80s, for instance, are bringing out their best music now, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm not one of these stuck in the past people. I'm definitely not one of those. So please don't think just because it's not the first two albums, that's the reason I don't like it. I literally, it doesn't grab me whatsoever. You know, I can listen to Bed of Roses and, you know, and all those brilliant songs, Through These Eyes, and great songs like that now, and they excite me just as much because they had something about them. And you know what that was? It was the songwriting, it was the tightness of the band. It almost feels like a pub band to me now, this band. And I don't know, you know, perhaps I won't cover any more music from them because perhaps it's not fair. But this song alone, just not for me. That's all. It just hasn't got nothing in it. I want to feel a little bit of excitement, and I've got none of that. It's a shame. It's a shame. But guys, let me know what you think. Do you love the new Lynch Mob song, Time After Time? Let me know in the comments below, guys. And I'll see you soon.